Well, in the previous episode,
well, it's a day of firsts. I could smell some funky oil yesterday, but there was nothing leaking. And I've just unloaded the suspension when it's dropped down, and it's popped the seal on the coilover, and it's literally just spewed out the most foul, rank smelling oil I've ever smelled.
we went to the dyno. We made 272 kilowatts on my Evo 6, and I was very stoked about that. And all these parts, when you go to a dyno, everything is under so much stress. We actually ended up breaking probably the most common part that you would ever break on a dyno. I blew up my coilover. So that video right there was from Trent at Checker Tuning, and after he'd just put the car back down on the ground, and he realized that he'd blown up my coilover. I'd blown up my coilover on the dyno. I don't exactly know how that happens, or why it happened, or anything along those lines. I don't know what coilovers these are in this car, nor do I know how old they are. Yeah, I'm full of don't knows at the moment. Either way, we drove the car home. It's completely fine. However, it does reek in here of shock fluid, and I don't know how bad it has been or how bad it was, but today we're going to be doing a coilover install on the Evo, and I wanted to get this done ASAP because the shock literally blew up today at midday. Tomorrow I'm getting a wheel alignment and new tires done at Tire Power, and on like the next day on Sunday, we're going to the snow in this thing. And so I freaked out because my entire weekend's plans were basically thrown out the window. There was no way I was going to be able to get a set of replacement coilovers for a pretty rare-ish car here in Australia. So I sent a few messages away, and I reached out to a company. And I know that these guys deal a lot of stuff with the Evo, and I know that they do some incredible alignments, and they're probably they are definitely one of Australia's best coilover manufacturers. And so I hit them up and I said, hey, look, do you have anything to get me sorted tonight so that way I can still do all of my weekend plans? It's currently, what time is it? It's currently 6:19 right now. And I messaged these guys, I think at about 1 o'clock. And I've already had these coilovers for about 3 hours. So the company actually just went, okay, we have about 3 hours until you leave work. How quickly can we build a set of Evo 6 coilovers? And I was like, there's no way they're getting it done today. And they came back and said, yeah, don't worry, we can get you out of trouble. We'll build them today, and then we'll deliver it to your work so you don't have to come out to our shop. I have never heard of a suspension company, let alone any company that has gone out of their way so much and been able to take a car that is so rare here in Australia, find the parts on the shelf to build me a set of custom coilovers with custom spring rates and deliver it to work within 3 hours. Shockworks, I love you guys so much. I am as blown away as you guys. This is my first ever set of Shockworks Coilovers, and they look absolutely incredible. I've heard so many things about this company, and to now be able to have a set of their coilovers, I'm blown away. I'm very happy, and I am just over the moon, gobsmacked at how much they were able to help me out and be so professional about the entire process, and just everything about them. They look incredible. Like, look how chunky these things are. Everything about these coilovers looks so perfect. They come with all the adjustability that I could want. So you have camber on the top here. Just everything about these coilovers is just perfect. And so we're about to put these into the car, and yeah, I'm so excited. So I think what we'll do first, I don't know what's going to be easier. I'm going to do the fronts because that way I can do it by myself, and then Sarah can come out and help me out a little bit because I need to get the tops done. So, oh my God, it's so easy in this car. Fingers crossed I don't have to move anything out the way. I've never done coilovers on an Evo before, or a Lance or anything, but from everything else I've done to it, working on these cars has been a piece of cake. So should be pretty straightforward. Let's get it done. I haven't actually seen this side yet, but I can definitely smell the fluid. And that right there is absolutely disgusting. It stinks. It is so bad. Alrighty, so coilovers are going in. So undo these 2 bolts right here, which don't look eccentric, which is nice. And 3 bolts at the top. And the whole thing should just drop straight out. So nice and easy. The rear should be pretty easy too, but we'll see how we go. So I also think I found another reason why this car feels so doughy in the front end. And it's funny because I actually was having a chat to the blokes at Shockworks today, and they also agreed that the front end of the Evo is so floppy and doughy. And it's funny because I put up a post yesterday asking what everyone thought and if there's any mods that anyone's done to the steering of these things to make them feel better, and everyone's like, no, they feel amazing, they feel sick. So it's gratifying to me to understand now what a good feeling steering car feels like and what doesn't feel great. So it's going to be very interesting. But anyway, as you guys can see, the camber tops on this top over here, by the way, the VC coilovers, lol. Camber tops on this side are definitely not all the way. They're about sort of halfway, 3/4. If you come over here, that is full camber. So full negative camber. So it looks as though that the camber was never set up on this car. I don't know how long it's been running like that, but that could be a big contributor as to why the camber on this, or why the car feels so doughy and horrible. So it's going to be interesting. So with the car as well, we're actually going to be raising it while we do this. So the shocks weren't set up. Shockworks, if you're watching this, I'm very, very sorry. I didn't set these up properly. Probably what you want to do. The preload, pretty much what I do is on all my shocks is I basically get the spring snug on this one right here, and then I tighten this one up to it. And then what I do is I tighten, whilst this one here is loose, I tighten this one up here until it is a C-spanner width, and then I tighten them up together, and that basically gives me my base preload. However, this car is going to go get a full alignment done at Shockworks, so I'm not really too stressed. Basically, the car just has to run and drive. I can go get an alignment tomorrow, which is going to point all the wheels straight, and then I can worry about getting the entire alignment done at Shockworks. We can play with the levels, play with the ride height, and yeah, at the moment, it's probably going to sit very, very stock height. So that's what I want anyway, because we do have a little bit of scrubbage in the front, and I don't really want to scrub anywhere, especially with this thing going on track. These things don't like to be low, so I'm going to leave it and be happy, and then when I get some tires and wheels and everything that's going to work with this car, then I can worry about properly dialing in this setup and the ride height and everything. So yeah, it's not going to look the best, but it's going to be great for me, and it's going to be mad. So pretty stoked. Oh no. We're definitely a lot lower. Oh, actually. Yeah, pretty good. One of those bolts. God damn it. Absolutely nailed Ria's first try. Oof. You can see this had a little bit of scrubbage before, but she looks absolutely mad. So I think I nailed the heights, to be honest. It's a little bit lower than stock, but I'm actually pretty stoked. There's a fair amount of room there for wheel travel, and we're going to pretty much even it up as soon as we get to Shockworks anyway. And it's all within the mill. Shockworks have by far been the most accurate shocks and coilovers I have ever adjusted in my life. Like pretty much when I set preload and then I measure with my calipers just how high the shock needs to be, everything lined up incredibly to the mill. I guess that also goes to show just how straight this car is as well. So, all right, we're gonna take it for a quick little test drive because I have tires and alignment tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. So take it for a test drive. It's currently 9:30. Should be right. Hopefully Sarah will be too. Alrighty guys, what is going on? It's a new day and we're here with the Evo, and we have on this car a fresh set of Shockworks coilovers fully installed, and they look insane. So the Evo right behind us has now got the Shockworks coilovers fully installed, and I took it for a little drive yesterday and a drive this morning, and they feel absolutely incredible. This car has just gone from like 50 to 100 so quick. And I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of weeks ago when we took this car on its first ever drive on the mountains, I was honestly like, oh man, I tell you what, this car just really doesn't turn as well as what I'd hoped. And so sure enough, pretty much the car now turns in super nice. Still not anywhere near as good as the BRZ, however it turns in super nice. And the only thing is the front sort of rolls back and forward a little bit, but anyway, now we have the coilovers all around. You might also notice we have a fresh set of Michelin Pilot Sport 5s on this thing now too. So took it out for a little bit of a drive this morning, and we took it to Tyre Power, and they hooked us up with a beautiful set of Michelin Pilot Sport 5s. So the reason I got rid of the AR1s, for one, they're a little bit too wide. They do hit on the guards just a little bit. However, these are going to be going on a set of track rims as well. So, and GK Tech are looking at making a 5x114.3 conversion for the BRZ. So I'm really hoping that I can get away with getting a full set of rims that will suit both the BRZ and the Evo. But I'm thinking that the BRZ, once I do a 5x114.3 conversion, apparently a lot of people need to do a big brake upgrade. So there's lots of stuff that needs to carry over to the BRZ, but it'll be alright. It'll be fine. Either way, we're going to the snow tomorrow, so the AR1's coming off and the fresh set of Pilot Sport 5s are going on, and these are going to be my new daily tires. So super stoked about that. They look incredible. I love the sidewall of them. I think it looks sick. It doesn't look as aggressive anymore, which sucks, but it's looking pretty good. It's got like a velvety kind of touch to it, and yeah, for anyone wondering, 245/40 R17. You can pick these up for about 1,200 bucks at the moment. So actually pretty stoked about the price. Nowhere near as expensive as what I thought. I would have thought that like Michelin's, they go upwards of like 2 grand, but must be just for my little boy sizing, the 17s. They must just love me. So yeah, stoked about that. But yes, we've also got a few little things I'm going to quickly chuck on the car. First of all, we got some new globes to put in, and I also bought some spacers as well for the front, because the front coilovers and the tires are super close. And I think if there's going to be some chains going on the front of this thing potentially tomorrow, I might need to put the 5 more spacers on the front just to make sure those chains clear the coilovers. Because if not, that would be a bad day, and if I can't get down from the mountain, it won't be fun. So yeah, anyway, we'll quickly bring her in and we will sort out the globes at least, and I might do the spacers later, but we'll see how we go. So just a public service announcement, please, for the love of God, never put LED globes in non-projector headlights. They are way too bright and you will literally blind every single person coming your way, and you will most likely get more annoyed because people will flash you. Yeah, trust me, please don't put LEDs in these. Oh yeah, 3-prong. Beautiful, there we go. So we're going to take out these HIDs right here, which I have no idea how they're in, and we'll put in a fresh set. Thank you to Autobahn packing them this morning. Hook us up with a fresh set of Crystal Visions, and they're not the brightest ones either, they're just the regular white ones, and fresh set of T10 globes as well. So we'll chuck these in real quick. Look at this, Alex stitching me up at packing them, giving me T10 globes when it comes with 2 of them. Mate. Can't believe it. How dare they? I'll see which one looks nicest. So this is after and this is before. They are so bright. These will be so much nicer for everyone else around. So much. Also, the LEDs on this look so much better than the halogens, so yeah, I've already wrecked that box of them on now.